Look, Dinah, I love you. And you and I have been through some crazy, crazy things together,
Which is
okay?
why you need to see me through this.
No.
Marcus.
This is not like stealing our way onto Prince Albert's yacht. This is a whole other ballgame, Dinah.
Yeah, and it's a lot more of an important one, don't you think?
Yeah, and it's gonna end up in a lot of heartache for you, for Dinah, there is a baby's life involved in this.
Who will be the luckiest kid in the world to have Hart as a father?
You and I both know he'll have Rob Lane for a father.
Hart won't know that. Not unless you blow it for me.
Hey.
Hey,
Can I come in?
of course.
I needed to talk to you about a few things.
Hey. It's okay, man. I know the story.
Yeah, well, I figured you would. I know you guys are great friends and everything. But, you know, Marcus, this is between Dinah and me.
Well, I wouldn't be too sure of that, Hart.
Yes, sir.
Would you tell Miss Raines Ben Warren's here to see her, please?
I'm sorry. She isn't seeing anyone today.
I think she'll want to see me. Please.
Nettie? It's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Hello.
You look tired.
I didn't sleep too much.
How's Lizzie?
She didn't sleep much either. Coffee?
No, thank you. I heard Lizzie confess to killing Carl. I want you to know that I did not betray your confidence.
Oh, I know that. I know that. It was Philip and Harley.
Oh, well, they do have their issues.
You know, now my biggest fear could come true. They could take Lizzie away from me.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Why do you say that?
Well, I may be facing disbarment, but I'm not on the street just yet. I talked to the office, and I don't think the prosecution's going to go that way. I think everything's going to work out fine.
I hope you're right.
But Lizzie is going to have to give a statement to the police.
I know, and I'm dreading that because, you know, she's upset enough as it is, and having to relive this could really shake her up.
They work with children her age an awful lot. They're very gentle, and they know the best thing for Lizzie is to be in a loving home environment with both her parents nearby.
No, that is what the psychiatrist said this morning.
You see?
I have made a decision, though. I've decided that I'm going to take care of Lizzie myself. Last thing Philip said before he left this morning was, "You can count on me, Beth," and then he went dashing off to be with Harley. I can almost hear him now. We'll be together, Harley, no matter what.
You know, if Marina was in the same kind of pain that Lizzie's in right now, there is absolutely no way I could ever walk away from her. Now, neither will Philip. Not if he's the type of man that you just described to me.
Frank, nobody is asking him to walk away. It's not like he has to choose between me and Lizzie.
Then why don't you save him from having to make that choice and just let him go, sis?
You don't understand. Philip needs me.
Yeah, well, it's just what do you need? What do you need? For once in your life, why don't you stop thinking about Philip and start...
Frank! Who the hell do you think you are?
Philip.
This is between Harley and me. Stay out of it.
Philip, I know you're upset about your daughter, but I will not let you hurt my sister.
Frank. Maybe you should just go. I'm sorry. I don't know how much of that you heard, but Frank was just being Frank.
Well, you're not buying any of that, are you?
No, of course not.
Look, I know he's your brother and he feels like he has to protect you. And yeah, I do have to stay focused on what my daughter went through.
And is still going through. I love her very much.
I know that you do, but we're going to get through this. Don't get upset. This is nothing new for us. Hell, this relationship's been in jeopardy from day one. My divorce, your divorce. Annie Dutton trying to kill you, take your pick.
Don't you understand that's exactly Frank's point?
No, I don't care about his point. What I'm saying is the exact opposite. Harley, we've had the odds stacked against us from the beginning, and we're still here. I think that says something very important.
Dear Sean, I tried calling you at the prison, but they wouldn't put the call through, so I'm writing this in the hope that it gets to you. I'm in trouble, and I desperately need your help. You're not going to believe this. I can hardly believe it myself, but remember how I told you there was a woman in Springfield who was passing herself off as me? It's way too complicated for me to get into now, but this person has had me locked up since I got back. Joshua still thinks I'm dead, and if I don't do what this woman says, she's threatened to disappear with the children. Joshua was going to send her away, so she let me come home, but the only catch is that I've got to pretend to be her, to persuade Joshua to let her stay. You're my only hope, Sean. If you could just call Joshua for me, tell him that I'm alive, tell him that she's got me locked in the basement of the lighthouse. I don't have anyone else to turn to. Thank you, Riva.
Good morning.
What are you doing here?
I live here.
But if Joshua sees the two of us together...
Joshua...
You didn't answer my question. Answer mine. Are my children all right?
They're fine.
So you don't have them locked away somewhere like you locked me away?
I said they're fine.
And it's up to you to keep them that way. And to do that, you're gonna have to convince Joshua not to send me away. So, did you and Joshua make love last night? Did you do all those intimate little things that make the difference between having sex and making love? Stop stalling. I gave you 24 hours to pull this off, and time is running out. I tried. What is that supposed to mean? I really didn't have much of a chance to do anything. You had all night. You had this morning. Michael Burke showed up here, and he injected me with something that knocked me out, and I just woke up. I don't believe you. You told them you weren't a clone, didn't you? You told them that you were the real Riva. No, I would never risk my children's lives that way. You'd do anything to have Joshua back. Never at the expense of my children. You believe that your love for him is stronger than anything. Well, let me tell you something, lady. I am a hell of a lot stronger.
Marcus, don't do this.
I don't know what you're getting at, Marcus, but I just came from talking to Matt, okay? And I need some time alone with her.
You were talking to Matt about me?
I was talking to Matt about what happened and what I'm gonna do about it.
I don't think you're the only person involved in this, Hart.
Marcus.
I'm aware of that, Marcus. I know this affects Dinah more than anybody else.
It does, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Marcus, I already told Hart that I don't want anything from him. I'm not making any demands on him, that I'm handling this by myself, okay? Listen, the most important thing is that there's a baby growing inside of me, and there's nothing we can do to change that, and there's nothing really that I want to change about that. You just have to think about what's best for the baby. Marcus, you've been such a good friend to me. You're a wonderful person, and I know if you just calm down and you think about what I'm saying, you will know, and you will agree with me. And you won't dump all that stuff we were just talking about on Hart, right? Okay? Now, look, it's just been a big surprise for everyone. But why don't we just start thinking about it as a good surprise? Because I think that we can make it